Real quick before the video starts, doing a speed giveaway for a butterfly knife Doppler Phase 4. The winner will be picked in only 48 hours, so just like the video, check the link to the top of the description, and let's get into it. What's going on, guys? Mcskillet here with another CSGO video, and today we're going to be taking a look at something pretty interesting. Now, here's the video that I'm talking about. This has basically been going around. It was posted in a very suspicious way. This is basically a YouTube video that it wasn't renamed or anything. It's just a completely randomly generated name from the camera that it was recorded on. But either way, what this appears to be is a Valve developer working on the Tomahawk knife for CSGO. Now, I know a few of you guys are immediately going to say, oh, that's fake, nice April Fool's joke. And I was kind of thinking the same thing myself. But I've talked to someone who's been researching this a lot, and then I went out and did some own digging, and I actually contacted the person who originally posted that because we were able to find his Twitter, and we found quite a lot of interesting stuff here. And if I'm being honest, I actually think the footage here is completely legitimate, and I'm going to be using this video to explain everything and put all these puzzle pieces together on how this all really makes sense. So make sure you watch the very end for this video, actually. Now, to start things off, I want to reference a video that I actually made 11 months ago, and it was about why the Tomahawk will likely be added to CSGO in the near future. Now, 11 months ago isn't really the near future, but the reason it's not happening, I believe, is because we haven't had the operation. Because basically, the main point in that video is there used to be a file that was in CSGO that accurately predicted every single knife that came with a new operation. So basically, Valve had known what knives they were going to add with each new operation from quite a while ago. So let's take a look at that file now. We've got the falchion knife, the tomahawk knife, and the bowie knife, and the butterfly knife. So now if we look at the operations, Operation Breakout, the butterfly knife, Operation Bloodhound, the falchion knife, Operation Wildfire, the bowie knife. So there's only one left, and we have not had an operation in 11 months. Or actually even longer than 11 months. It's been quite a while since the last operation anyway, but either way, according to that, it seems extremely likely that in either the next or the operation after, we could be getting the Tomahawk in CSGO. Now, again, let's make it clear, this is a Tomahawk knife, not like the Call of Duty Tomahawk where you can throw it and stuff. It's not that crazy for the people thinking that. It's not going to change the whole CSGO meta here. But the reason I also do think it could be the operation after the next operation is because there is the CS source knife on there as well. I don't know if they would add that back in, but I'm just saying it's in there as well, I believe. But either way, let's get back to this new video that's surfacing, and let's question the legitimacy of it, and let's take a look at all the details and the person who posted it, because I actually found some pretty damn interesting stuff. So I think one simple thing to start out with is, could this actually be what the Valve office looks like? And I actually would say yes to that, because if you look at the video Counter-Strike: A Brief History, which is posted by Valve, you can actually see a pretty similar shot when it comes to the lighting and stuff. So it does definitely look like this could be somewhere in the Valve offices. So that's not out of the play there. I know some people were like, oh, it's a dark room. I don't think Valve would work there, but it actually does look like this is very much the same lighting and stuff as what the actual Valve offices do look like, at least for the coders. Now to some more basic stuff. Does the stuff he has open on his computer, could that actually be all the stuff that Valve is using to edit and code CSGO stuff? And this guy named Michael Romani on Reddit, he actually helped me a lot with this, and he also helped me get in contact with the person who actually originally posted that, which is quite interesting. We'll talk about that after this. But either way, if you actually look at all the programs on there, they're completely legitimate. It's a Blender, HLMV Open, VTF Edit, and CSGO and Steam. Like, those are the actual programs that Valve does use for Valve texture files and other sorts. So, so far that actually looks pretty legitimate as well. Now, a lot of people on Reddit thought this was fake because they found the same model on TurboSquid, which is a website where you can buy like models and stuff. But the thing is, if you look at that website, the knife actually is somewhat, it's slightly different. It's pretty much the same. It does look like the one that Valve is using is a slightly modified version. They took off like the little skull thing from it. But if you actually look on there, it is you can actually just buy this and have all the rights for it for commercial use for 20 bucks. So it could be the possibility that Valve, I mean, we know sometimes they've been a bit lazy, and they could have actually just bought this and slightly edited it for the game, because they do have all the rights to do that if they do pay $20. So that doesn't just put it out of the question that there's a very similar model on this Turbo Squid site. Alright, so now that we got the basic stuff out of the way, let's get into the interesting stuff. So let's talk about the source of the video, which is where it gets interesting. So it was posted on Reddit by a random user. I'll talk about what we found about him before, but basically he posted the video on Reddit and the moderators on Reddit deleted it within 20 minutes, but then the Michael Romani guy was able to snag it and then re-upload it, so that's why more people saw it. But this Michael guy, he also found the original user that posted it. I believe he had it saved, and then we were actually able to track this person's Twitter from his Reddit page, because he posted his website from his Reddit page, and then on his website we were able to find his Twitter. Now don't go spamming this guy on Twitter, please guys. I'm probably gonna censor his Twitter, but I'm sure I know you guys probably will do digging and try to find it, but don't actually like message him and stuff, because I don't want him to get in trouble or anything. But either way, I actually tried DMing him, see if we could get anywhere. But before I show the conversation I had with the guy, first let's take a look at who he is, because it's quite interesting. Let's look at his Twitter. On his Twitter, he is followed by CSGO Dev, the official account for the developers of CSGO. They actually have been posting a few updates on there. The stuff they post on the CSGO blog, sometimes they post there as well. But then he's also followed by Matt T. Wood. So he's followed by two official CSGO developer accounts. Matt T. Wood, he's a CSGO developer as well. I believe he let out some information on the new nuke before as well. Now also, if you look at this guy's website, which is where we originally found his Twitter from, it says he's worked for Valve and Steam before. So the fact that he's being followed by these accounts, he knows developers there, he's said he's worked for them before, it seems like it's pretty clear this guy's got ties with Valve if he's not working with them, or I don't know, he knows the people that work for them at least, or something. But either way, so now let's take a look at the DM conversation I had with him. I think I sent him a tweet, so he said, "What's up?" And I said, "Hey, I saw the video you posted on Reddit and then deleted with the Tomahawk knife in it. What exactly was that video?" Now, he didn't actually delete it. It was deleted by the moderators, but at the time, I thought he deleted it, but he did not actually delete it. I believe the Reddit moderators thought it was fake, so then they deleted it. But then he just replied saying, "It was a video of a knife." Then I replied saying, "Is that being added to CSGO? Or was it an April Fool's joke or something? I'm just confused on what it was supposed to mean, since there's a lot of things that add up on the Tomahawk being added to CSGO. And the reason I thought it could potentially be an April Fool's joke is because it was posted on the 31st, but it was posted close to April 1st, but it was posted a few hours before. It was definitely on the 31st pretty cleanly, not on April Fool's Day. And then to that message, he just replies with a smiley face. And then I just tried to type the most direct message I possibly could, and I said, "Is the Tomahawk being added as a knife in the next operation?" And he did not reply to that message at all. So that's pretty much all I've got here, guys. Some pretty interesting stuff, and let me know what you guys think of it. Do you think the Tomahawk is being added to CSGO? I honestly think there's a pretty damn good chance of it, and I honestly think that video is probably real. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Hope you guys found it interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments, but I'm Mcskillet, and I'm out.